Epi No or Epi Yes? That is the question. That's the topic we're going to be talking about today. Hey there, I'm Tracy Rose from Hypnobirthing Rocks, and there's been a full-on discussion on Facebook over the last couple of days whether Epi Nos are good for preparing for childbirth or not. So I thought that I would ask some experts, and of course I went straight to probably Australia's most famous midwife. Her name is Pip Owen, and she is from Birth Savvy. So if you want to have a look at her website, birthsavvy.com.au, and she lives in Perth, Western Australia. Pip, welcome.
Well, hi, Tracy.
Thanks for talking to me about this, because I haven't really had too much experience or don't really know too much about the Epi No. So in your own words, can you kind of tell us what it is, first of all?
Yeah, well, the Epi No is a device that's been designed in Germany, and it's actually designed to insert into the vagina and stretch the vagina up to the size of a baby's head eventually. And the theory is that it trains you and makes you stretch better for birth and reduces the risk of perineal trauma, is what they claim.
Okay. So you and I both teach the Hypnobirthing Australia course, and we've always, I guess, well, some people advise, if you want to become more familiar or stretch that area, that you would just use perineal massage. Is that not doing the same thing?
Perineal massage is doing absolutely the same thing. The research on perineal massage actually wasn't that good in preventing tears. It's actually really good in preventing episiotomies. And what was happening there was because women who do perineal massage say no to episiotomies. So that's why they had that happening. So it's doing exactly the same thing as perineal massage. And the reason and the way we teach perineal massage in hypnobirthing is that it's about teaching yourself to relax to that sensation. And that is actually what they're saying about the Epi No too. It's helping women feel that sensation and then going, okay, yep, I get that. And when I feel that during labour, I'm going to relax rather than go, oh, I'm going to go, ah. And okay. That's exactly the same thing.
All right. So obviously when this Facebook discussion, went on, I was like, why would you need that? But I'm open to kind of, listening to how people have used it and why they thought it was helpful. So I thought I'd have a look at their website. First of all, it costs $179. You can get it online, or they say that you can get it at pharmacies as well. And from what I gathered from the discussions was that a lot of obstetricians are recommending this, or I don't know, maybe it's mum's word of mouth as well, but why would they be recommending this, do you think?
Look, I think it's probably they're targeting women who feel uncomfortable with perineal massage, so they're giving them equipment to do it because they feel uncomfortable. The worry is that with perineal massage, we don't dilate our perineum up to the size of a baby's head. We just gently feel that stretch. When we feel that stretch, we relax. The Epi No actually encourages women to pump it up eventually to the size of a baby's head and then try and expel it, so actually try and push it out. And we do not teach that. We don't teach that with perineal massage. And the worry is, long term, is that actually going to damage women's pelvic floor muscles. I mean, we teach women to release and relax rather than forcibly push their baby out anyway.
Yeah. Okay. But on their website, it says it's a childbirth and pelvic floor trainer. So they're saying it reduces the risk of tearing and episiotomy during natural birth, and can used early in pregnancy to strengthen the pelvic floor muscles. But then I've heard conflicting advice. So can you tell me about, you went to a conference recently and you heard some conflicting kind of evidence or advice about this. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, look, the studies actually, there's small studies saying it does reduce tears, and there's other studies saying it makes no difference. It doesn't reduce tears. And the worry is that when we do pelvic floor training, and pelvic floor exercises are really, really, really important, and every woman should do them when they're pregnant. But the trouble is that some women, like 30% of women, will be doing them wrong. And if you're using an Epi No and you're actually doing your pelvic floors wrong, it's going to make things worse. You're far better off going to women's health physio, learning how to do pelvic floor training properly, and then just doing it, just squeeze and lift and relax. And it's that, that's free. You can just squeeze, lift, relax. You don't need a machine. I just worry that it's a machine. It's sort of it's medicine again, going, oh, you can't do this yourself, you don't know your body, we're going to give you a little bit of equipment to teach you because you don't understand this and your body can't do it. Your body can absolutely do it. And you're not, we're not designed to stretch up our vagina for weeks before our baby's born. Our vagina is designed to stretch up 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7 times, not for weeks before, tens of times before your baby's born. So I really think, and there is research looking into this at the moment, whether it's actually damaging pelvic floor muscles in the long term.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. Well, so it's funny, on their website, it says, there's a section, I'm looking at my phone, by the way, there's a section that says ask the midwife. So I've asked you, you're my midwife, and so you wouldn't recommend this then?
I don't recommend it. When I have clients and they've actually already bought one, I don't say don't sell it on eBay, but I say, if you're going to use it, because you feel uncomfortable using your fingers for perineal massage, then just use it as perineal massage and use it gently, and don't do the dilator bit. Don't do the bit where you go up to the size of the baby's head. Just gently feel that sensation, exactly the same way we teach perineal massage and hypnobirthing. Feel that stretch, feel that sensation, and take some relaxation breaths. Breathe through it, so when you're in labour, you understand that sensation and you just it's like anchors that we talk about in hypnobirthing. So when you feel that, you just relax rather than tense at that point.
Because I did think, maybe it is helpful. Some women, to be honest, are not as familiar with their bodies as others. And so, like some people, I'm like, oh, you don't have to do the perineal massage if you don't want to. But then other women who I feel, they really don't have a good relationship, or just really not felt much down there. I'm like, I'd really recommend you have a go just to maybe sort of feel what it feels like. But I know I personally had a go at perineal massage, but I was like, cool, okay, done it. I don't really feel like I need to do it. I knew that I was going to be using other sorts of things, other techniques during birth to not tear, because I had a huge fear of tearing. And I guess that's on this discussion on Facebook, I saw people are like freaking out about tearing. And there's women who have obviously had tearing, in a previous birth. So what would you recommend for them? Some of the things that maybe we teach in our hypnobirthing.
Yeah. Well, look, as I said, the research isn't that good on the Epi No or perineal massage actually for reducing tears. The worst thing you can possibly do to increase your risk of tearing is to lie on your back. When you lie on your back and the baby's head's coming down, the pressure on the perineum is all in one point. You're just pushing all in one point. Whereas if you're, I haven't got my doll. I usually have a doll for this. If you're on all fours and your baby's coming down, the pressure around the perineum is equal. Way better position to be in to give birth, reduce your risk of tearing. The other thing is to birth breathe, and we teach birth breathing. If you breathe, your surge starts, the baby's head comes down, slowly stretches the perineum, surge goes away, baby's head goes back. Next surge, we breathe down with the surge. The baby's head comes down a little bit more, stretches up a little bit more, surges over, baby's head goes back. That's what's meant to happen. And we slowly stretch. Whereas if we hold our breath and push, we're gonna push through the perineum. Is that too great? But that's what happens. If we hold our breath and push, we're pushing against a perineum that hasn't had time to stretch. So if we get in a great position and we birth breathe our baby down, just slowly let our perineum stretch and stretch. And you know what? And then it numbs. It actually numbs. Yeah. And we wait, and it stretches just that little bit more. We are designed to stretch.
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons we get tears is because of all the inductions. Because another thing that helps us stretch is relaxin. And we actually don't have our full quota of relaxin until we are ready to go into birth. So if we're being induced, maybe that increases our risk of tearing. I mean, that's just my theory, but it makes sense if we don't have all our relaxin in our body. Relaxin will make us stretch at exactly the right time, in good position, and birth breathing our baby down.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. And I guess it's like, you know, how much are you relaxed and how much are you utilizing the hormones that you can switch on, which we talk about in our classes. I think, you know, so many women just have no idea that they even have these amazing birth hormones, let alone how to switch them on at the right times.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, again, nature has a beautiful, beautiful design. And if we don't interrupt it, if we get in great positions, if we just breathe our baby down as our body wants us to do, not forcibly push because someone is telling us to, you know, it's amazing what we're capable of. And I always like to talk, and this might be a bit too graphic for you, I always like to talk about the fact that we don't freak out when men's penises stretch to enormous sizes. We don't think, oh my God, it's never going to go back down again. You know, it's the same. There's a beautiful design, and you know, we actually are designed to really, really stretch up, and our perineum stretch up too at the time of birthing. Not at other points in our life, granted, but at the time of birth, we are beautifully designed. If we let our hormones flow, use the relaxant, birth at the time our bodies are ready to birth, it will all work.
Yeah. Okay, last question, but do you feel like it could be helpful for any women? There was someone that said something about it's helpful for, I don't know, maybe women that are totally freaked out about something. I don't know. Is there any women that you think it would help?
Yeah, there is like women who actually have tight vaginas, who actually have a condition that makes their vaginas really tight. And again, go see a women's health physio, and she possibly will use an Epi No to help relax that area and help you get in tune with your body a little bit more. And you know, and as I said, possibly women who really don't like the thought of using their fingers for perineal massage, then they can use it, but really, really gently, and not the way the manufacturer describes it is used for. Just a gentle stretch, and don't go up to that full size, and don't try and push it out. Don't expel it out.
That actually says it in the instructions, though, doesn't it? To inflate it and then push it out when it's inflated.
Yeah. And you know, we teach, don't we, Tracy, when we teach birth breathing, we teach women to do it on the toilet and to sit and relax those pelvic floors. We shouldn't forcibly strain our pelvic floors when we're pooing, you know, and that's what they're telling people to do. They're telling them to put this in, blow it up, and then push it out. You know, and we're telling,
that doesn't make sense, does it?
It doesn't make sense. And again, physios will tell you, you know, that it's damaging on our pelvic floors, not just when we're pregnant, but at any time if we're forcibly pushing poo out. You know, we're supposed to be relaxed and calm, and this Epi No are telling us to forcibly push it out. I really do think down the track we're going to find out that that's actually causing some damage.
All right, so it's a big Epi No to the Epi No.
As I said, you know, if you want to give it a go, do it gently, and I would really highly suggest you get some good education about how to use it to the best and not to cause any damage.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much. If they want to find out more about doing classes with you, childbirth classes and Hypnobirthing Australia classes, what's your website?
So if they go to www.birthsavvy.com.au, they can look at all the classes I do, but if they want to do my hypnobirthing classes, there's a link on there.
Okay, great. Cool. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Tracy. Bye.